Hook. A male lion can sleep up to 20 hours a day. He eats meat he did not hunt, rules a territory he did not conquer alone, and is driven away from his own pride the moment he gets too old to fight. The lion, the so-called king of the jungle, lives a life that is far more brutal, fragile, and complicated than the crown suggests. And the females? They do most of the hunting, raise the cubs, defend the territory, and can overthrow a dominant male when they decide he is no longer worthy. Stay until the end, because the truth about what happens when a new male takes over a pride is one of the most disturbing facts in all of the animal kingdom. The world of the pride. Lions are the only truly social cats in the world. Every other big cat, tigers, leopards, cheetahs, lives and hunts alone. Lions live in groups called prides, and understanding how a pride works reveals just how sophisticated and ruthless their social structure really is. A typical pride consists of around 15 individuals, several related females, their cubs, and 1 to 4 adult males. The females are the core of the pride. They are almost always sisters, mothers, and daughters who have lived together their entire lives. They share the work of raising cubs, hunting prey, and defending territory. The males, however, are a different story. They are often brothers or coalition partners who join the pride together by defeating the previous males in combat. Their role is to protect the pride from outside threats, rival males, hyenas, and other predators. But that protection comes at a cost. The females feed them, tolerate their presence, and ultimately decide how long they stay. A male lion's position in a pride is never truly secure. The brutal life of male lions. Being a male lion is one of the hardest lives in the animal kingdom. At around 2 to 3 years old, young males are expelled from the pride. Their own mothers and aunts drive them away. From that moment, they must survive alone or with other young males, wandering the savanna without territory, without regular food, and hunted by other predators. These wandering males, called nomads, can spend years drifting between territories, barely surviving. Many die during this period from starvation, injury, or attacks by established males protecting their turf. The ones that survive grow stronger, form coalitions with other nomads, and eventually challenge a pride male for control. Those fights are extraordinarily violent. Males slash each other with claws capable of breaking bone, bite at the face and neck, and fight until one is dead or driven away. A male who wins a pride might hold it for 2 to 4 years before a younger, stronger coalition defeats him and the cycle begins again. No male lion rules forever. Every king eventually falls. How lions actually hunt. Lions are apex predators, but they are not the most efficient hunters in Africa. Their success rate on hunts is somewhere between 20 and 30%, meaning they fail more than they succeed. What makes lions effective is not individual skill, but coordination and sheer power. Lionesses do the vast majority of hunting. They work in teams, using the landscape to their advantage, spreading out to surround prey, with some individuals driving the target toward others waiting in ambush. Different lionesses often take specific roles. Some are drivers, some are ambushers, and some are the final attackers. This division of labor develops over time within a pride and is one of the most sophisticated cooperative hunting strategies in the animal world. Lions hunt primarily at night, using their excellent night vision and the cover of darkness to get close to prey before a chase. They take down large animals, zebras, wildebeest, buffalo, and even giraffes and young elephants. A lion kill can weigh over 1,000 pounds, and a single large prey animal can feed an entire pride for several days. Cubs and the fight to survive. Lion cubs are born blind and helpless, weighing only about 3 pounds. Their survival depends entirely on their mother and the other females in the pride. Lionesses often synchronize their births so that cubs of similar ages can be raised together and nursed by multiple females, a behavior called communal cub rearing that dramatically improves survival rates. Despite this cooperation, lion cub mortality is staggeringly high. Around 60 to 80% of lion cubs do not survive to adulthood. They fall to hyenas, leopards, and other predators when their mothers are away hunting. They die of starvation during lean seasons, and they face their greatest threat not from outside the pride, but from within it. When a new coalition of males takes over a pride, they kill all the cubs sired by the previous males. This behavior, called infanticide, is one of the most brutal and well-documented facts of lion biology. By killing the existing cubs, the new males cause the females to come into estrus again within weeks, allowing the new males to father their own offspring as quickly as possible. It is cold, calculated, and evolutionary effective. Lions versus their rivals. Lions do not rule the savanna unopposed. They live in constant competition with other predators, and their most persistent rivals are not leopards or cheetahs, but spotted hyenas. The relationship between lions and hyenas is one of the most intense and complex interspecies rivalries in nature. Hyenas are not scavengers who steal from lions. They are highly effective hunters themselves, and lions regularly steal from them just as often as the reverse. The two species compete for the same prey, the same territories, and the same carcasses. Hyenas mob lone lions and can kill them in large numbers. Prides of lions can wipe out entire hyena clans. The battle between them has been going on for millions of years and shows no sign of ending. Lions also face competition from leopards, wild dogs, and cheetahs, though these interactions are more one-sided. A lion will kill a leopard or cheetah on sight, not necessarily to eat them, but simply to eliminate competition. In areas where lions are abundant, cheetah populations decline sharply because cubs and even adults are killed regularly by lions patrolling their territory. Why lions are disappearing? A century ago, there were over 200,000 lions in Africa. Today, fewer than 25,000 remain, a decline of more than 87% in just 100 years. And the decline is accelerating. Lions have disappeared from over 90% of their historical range. They are now extinct across North Africa and the Middle East, and their remaining populations in West Africa are so small and fragmented that scientists classify them as critically endangered. The causes are a combination of habitat loss, human-wildlife conflict, prey depletion, and illegal wildlife trade. As human populations expand into lion country, the big cats increasingly come into conflict with farmers and herders who kill them to protect livestock. Trophy hunting, while controversial and heavily regulated in some countries, continues to remove adult males from wild populations. Climate change is altering rainfall patterns across sub-Saharan Africa, affecting the migration of prey animals and making survival harder for lions and all large predators. Without urgent action, scientists warn that lions could functionally disappear from most of Africa within the next 20 to 40 years. The roar that defines the savanna. A lion's roar is one of the most powerful sounds in nature. It can be heard up to 5 miles away. Lions roar to communicate with members of their pride, to warn rival prides to stay away, and to announce their presence across the savanna. A full roar from an adult male involves a series of deep moans followed by increasingly loud grunts that can last for up to 40 seconds. The sound is so low frequency that it passes through walls and causes a physical sensation in the chest of anyone standing nearby. Interestingly, lions do not roar like the MGM lion. That iconic roar is actually a combination of tiger and lion vocalizations edited together. A real lion roar starts low, builds into a thunderous series of grunts, and ends with a series of short huffs. Female lions roar too, though their calls are slightly higher pitched. Roaring is often done in chorus. When one lion roars, others join in, creating a coordinated territorial announcement that can involve the entire pride. In the wild, hearing a pride roar in full chorus at night, miles across the open savanna, is described by everyone who has experienced it as one of the most primal and unforgettable sounds on Earth. What lions teach us? Lions have fascinated humans for longer than recorded history. They appear in cave paintings made 30,000 years ago, in the myths and symbols of ancient Egypt, Rome, and medieval Europe, and on the flags and emblems of over 15 modern nations. We call them the king of beasts not because they are the strongest or the fastest or the most deadly. They are not, but because of something harder to define. Their presence, their confidence, the way they move through the world as if they own it. But the real lesson lions teach us is not about power. It is about cooperation, family, and the brutal logic of survival. A lone lion is vulnerable. A pride is formidable. Females build the community. Males protect it. Cubs inherit it. And every generation faces the same cycle of struggle, loss, and renewal that has played out on the African savanna for millions of years. They are not kings because they dominate everything. They are kings because, even against all odds, they endure. Outro. Lions are more than just predators. They are a mirror of nature itself, beautiful, brutal, and breathtaking. If this video gave you a new respect for these incredible animals, hit like and subscribe. There is a lot more of the natural world waiting for you here.